Okay, this is going to be a summary video of the previous three videos on the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. I'm just going to reiterate the three memory tricks that we're using for these three concepts. And all of these tricks that we've done so far are using the words themselves. So the parasympathetic, the word parasympathetic, and the word sympathetic are the basis of these three memory tricks, so that on an exam, in the future, in your healthcare, whatever you may be doing, just having these words themselves give us a great foundation for remembering what we need to remember. So number one, which of these systems was the rest or digest, and which of these systems was the fight or flight? Well, parasympathetic has an R. Sympathetic does not have an R. Therefore, we know this is the rest or digest system. So that's number one. Number two, how do we know which neurotransmitters are released by the parasympathetic nervous system and which neurotransmitters are released by the sympathetic nervous system? Well, the parasympathetic nervous system, we know that acetylcholine, ACH, is released here by the preganglionic fiber, and acetylcholine is released here by the postganglionic fiber. How do we remember that? Well, it's only acetylcholine, which is awesome. And look, we have an A right here, and we have an A right here on either side of the R, the rest or digest. Perfectly placed for us. How will we remember that acetylcholine is released here and that norepinephrine is released here in the sympathetic nervous system? Well, if we use the word sympathetic and we begin from the left and we travel this direction, keep going until you hit your A first, and the first and only A, this causes us to realize acetylcholine is released first by the preganglionic fiber, and if we continue onward in this word, we hit an E, which can trigger, if we need it, epinephrine. But we have to remember to add the N. It's norepinephrine that's released here. And finally, how can we remember that in the parasympathetic nervous system, the fiber that's preganglionic is longer first and then shorter, but the fiber in the sympathetic nervous system, the preganglionic fiber, is shorter first and then longer. The postganglionic fiber is longer. Well, the word parasympathetic itself, this word, is longer than the word sympathetic. Therefore, the first fiber of the parasympathetic nervous system is longer. The second fiber, this fiber, is shorter. The word sympathetic itself is shorter than the word parasympathetic. Therefore, the first fiber in the parasympathetic nervous system is shorter than the postganglionic fiber. Therefore, must be longer.